Our Xero integration for Dynamics 365 allows you to easily sync invoices two ways between Dynamics 365 and Xero, providing you with a single view of your customers and payments. Whether you prefer working in Dynamics 365 or Xero, you have a full 360-degree view of your invoices and can choose how you want to work with your customers. Using a standard invoice in Dynamics 365, you can choose to add existing products from your product catalog, which are automatically synced from Xero, or you can add custom write-in products as well. Each line item on your invoice in Dynamics 365 will be synced through to the Xero invoice, including other important information from your invoice, such as the customer and due date. Invoice line items can also be linked to a specific Xero account code or tax rate, with the values being pulled directly from your Xero instance. If your Xero invoices use custom tracking categories, you can also link your Dynamics 365 invoice line items to one or more tracking categories from Xero, allowing you to specify a region, for example. Once you're ready to push your Dynamics 365 invoice to Xero, simply select Add to Xero from the Xero tab of your invoice. You can also select a specific branding theme from Xero to link to your invoice. Once you've selected Add to Xero, our Xero integration for Dynamics 365 will automatically push the invoice and line items through to Xero. The invoice in Xero contains all the information from Dynamics 365, including each line item with the account code, tax rate, and tracking categories. If you prefer to work in Xero, you can also create your invoices directly in Xero, and these will sync back to Dynamics 365 once approved. Simply add your line items and invoice details, including the account code, tax rate, and in our case, region. When you're ready to push the invoice through to Dynamics 365, simply approve the invoice in Xero. Once approved and synced to Dynamics 365, you can view the full invoice and all the information from Xero. You can also see each line item synced through with the Xero account code, tax rate, and also our tracking categories, in this case, the region. Payments made in Xero will automatically sync through to the invoice in Dynamics 365 as well. Whether your customer pays automatically or you manually process the payment in Xero, any payments, partial or full, will sync through to Dynamics 365 against the invoice. If there are multiple payments, the invoice will stay open in Dynamics 365 until the full amount is paid. The reference provided on the payment will also sync through with the payment, and you can view this in Dynamics 365 against the invoice. In Dynamics 365, the payments for an invoice can be viewed from the Related tab. If another payment is added to the invoice in Xero, in this case the final payment to mark the invoice as paid in Xero, when the payment syncs through to Dynamics 365, it will appear against our invoice alongside the previous payment. Because this is the final payment and there's nothing outstanding to be paid, the invoice in Dynamics 365 is automatically marked as paid. In addition to payments, you can also create and view credit notes in Dynamics 365 or Xero against an invoice, and these will automatically sync through to the other system, allowing you to view the full invoice and all related payments and credit notes in whichever system you prefer. Our Xero integration for Dynamics 365 allows you to control how you want your data syncing between systems. This includes setting the default tax rate and account code on line items, and also whether to automatically approve invoices once synced to Xero. You can also choose whether or not to allow a full two-way sync between Dynamics 365 and Xero, or specify exactly what you want synced and when. For more information about our Xero integration for Dynamics 365, or to request a trial, please get in contact with us today.